What do you think about subtitle translation? Do you think that it's easy? Do you think that it can be translated word for word right from the speech? Keep in mind and rethink about it after you watch this video. It is proposed by Henry Gottlieb that subtitle translation includes more than one medium or mode. Since it's a shift from the spoken mode to the written mode, it may be called diagonal translation. He also suggests that the context or the other elements of the text should be taken into account in subtitle translation as well, such as visual and audio elements. Let me break it down. He said that the translator should be aware of all the aspects shown in the video, from what you see to what you hear. It means that the translator should pay attention to what they see on the screen and what they hear apart from the speech. From this point of view, subtitle translation is coherent to the concept of modality, which leads to the use of multimodal approach in subtitle translation. Now many of you may wonder that what is multimodal approach? Let me give you a brief definition of it. Multimodal approach is the approach mentioned by some researchers in the field of AVT or audio-visual translation, such as Stock and Pérez-González. Stock explained that the audience always perceive the video or audio-visual text as one meaning unit, but in fact, it consists of many meaning-making signs, like pictures, sounds, and even body languages. All of these signs can be used to convey the meaning to the audience. Pérez-González proposed that the audiovisual text should consist of 4 core modes, including the core mode of image, music, sound, and language. And there are the list of medial variants and submodes in each core mode. We will go through each core mode real quick. Start with the core mode of image. There are the uses of still image and of course moving image. So the translators need to be aware of many submodes like color, lighting, camera shot, and camera angle. And the very important submodes of moving image is that the use of nonverbal language or body languages. For the core mode of language, there are the medial variant of speech and writings, which are divided into static and animated writing. Again, the translators need to be careful to analyze their submodes, which are shown here in the frame. In the same way, for the core mode of sound and music, there are the list of medial variants and submodes as well. Here are 5 examples to show you how multimodal approach is applied in the process of subtitle translation. The examples are some selected scenes from the video clips of a spoken word artist named Prince EA. Now, let's move to the examples.
You're thinking, who the hell are you to tell me about terrorists?
In this scene, the speaker is saying that, who the hell are you to tell me about terrorists? With the multimodal analysis, we can see that the uses of the core modes of image and language are important because it suggests the mood of emotion of the speaker. For the core mode of image, it is shown that the speaker communicates with the help of body language as he crosses his arm over his chest while he is speaking with a strong emotion of anger. Moreover, in the core mode of language, we can tell that he is angry with the tone of the speech. So, it is not right to just translate it politely or with no tone of anger. For me, as my mother tongue language is Thai, I think I would translate this sentence into Thai as นี่มึงเป็นใครวะมาสอนกูเรื่องผู้ก่อการร้ายเนี่ย which can be back translated as Who the hell are you to teach me about terrorists? See, the tone of the sentence and the feeling of the speaker are still shown in the target language with the use of strong words like impolite pronouns.
Every terrorist attack starts in here.
In this scene, the speaker is saying that every terrorist attack starts in here, with the use of gesture or body language, which is under the core mode of image. He uses his hand to point at his head from the beginning of the sentence. Therefore, I think this sentence should be translated in Thai as ในนี้แหละที่เป็นจุดเริ่มต้นของทุกการโจมตีของผู้ก่อการร้าย which can be back translated as here in the beginning of the terrorist attack. The translator decided to begin the sentence with the word here in order to make the audience understand right away why the speaker is pointing at his head.
You're right, who am I to tell you anything about terrorists? I hold no government position.
In this scene, Prince is saying that I hold no government position with the tone of satire, so it cannot be translated literally or word for word. Looking closely to the attention of the speaker via multimodal analysis, he wants to satirize that he is not a big shot, as we can clearly see from his facial expressions. Under the submode of body language of the core mode of image, in my opinion, the sentence should be translated as ผมไม่ใช่นักการเมืองใหญ่ which can be back translated as I am not a big politician.
I didn't come out of my mother's womb saying, hey everybody, I'm black.
Similar to the previous example, this scene shows a little boy saying, Hey everybody, I'm black. With a happy face, again, through the use of multimodal analysis, the core mode of image is prominent here, since the happy face or facial expressions of the boy even strengthens the sense of satire. It is like he is happy to be called black, but it actually never is in that way. He will never be happy with it. So I think the translation for this sentence should be สวัสดีทุกคนผมชื่อไอ้มืด which can be back translated as Hey everybody, my name's Black. The target sentence tends to be casual tone at the beginning to get the appropriate register to the representation of the boy, but the ending words is quite strong as the word ไอ้มืด gives the sense of discrimination in it.To underline the sarcastic tone of the sentence to maintain the intention of the speaker.
Drive, we were forced to own these cars for the rest of our lives.
In this last example, the speaker is saying, for the rest of our lives. He has used some noticeable techniques, such as the use of lighting,which is under the submode of moving image, the core mode of image. Through the use of multimodal analysis, we found that in the selected video, the lighting remains unchanged throughout the entire of the video, but it was darkened right at this scene when the speaker is saying for the rest of our lives. For this reason, I think there might be the cause for the use of lighting. For me, I interpret that the darkened light implies the idea of death. So, in my opinion, the translation should be ไปจนตาย or in English, until we die. Now, I have covered all of the example. It can be noted that in order to transfer the text into another language, the translator needs to be aware of the uses of every mode in the source text. And it is also clear that multimodal approach is crucial to be taken into account by the translator in subtitle translation. Back to the very first question that I asked you from the beginning of the video. What do you think about subtitle translation? Is it still the same way as you think before you watched this video? The content of this video is the product of my research on how multimodal approach can be applied in subtitle translation. And if you want to know more about my research, the links are provided in the description section underneath this video. That will be the links to my Thai subtitle translation to the 3 selected videos of Prince EA.